Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Paddy Talks. My name is Patrick. If you guys are new here, basically what we do on these Paddy Talks, basically go over how I'm feeling mentally, physically, tell you about my day, all that good stuff. I don't know how different this Paddy Talks is going to be, but I'm feeling a lot. I'm feeling like I need to get a lot off my chest. So if this rant sounds a little bit more like a rant and it sounds a little bit more like schizophrenic, and I'm like leaving out a lot of context, just know I'm thinking of a lot and there's a lot to go over. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pinpoint every single thing, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to give out a lot of context, but I'm going to do the best I can. But yeah, first of all, basically hold up, I gotta figure out this intersection real quick. Is this guy turning? Okay. All right. We are on the move. So basically my schedule has been very, very hectic for the past few days. This weekend has been quick, man. I'm rushing around, and basically I've had no time to really sit and think for myself. I think, as we all probably know by now, if you've watched through any of my videos, is I'm a very deep thinker. I need my time because I need to figure things out in my own head as they go on, and very little things really set me off of my equilibrium, for lack of better words. And yeah, man, I'm just sitting here and thinking, and I'm thinking to myself, I really am that type of person that like, I have a set routine and I have a set way that I do things, and if I'm not able to do that set routine for so many days in a row, I start to go fucking insane, bro. I start to, like, seriously, I start to go crazy. And that's kind of just what I'm learning from myself right about now. That's kind of the mental, I don't want to say battle, but that's what I'm going through in my head right now. Just that, like, man, I feel like I make a lot of plans. I feel like I feel some type of self-guilt constantly. I don't really know where it stems from, but in turn I like to do things for other people to, like, satisfy that, if you know what I mean. And like, it really happened very, very prominently this weekend, where I made so many plans, and I'm also super tired because of work, and like, it just, I try and please so many people, and in turn, because I'm trying to spread myself so thin, I feel like I don't perform to my 100%. Like, I'm not 100% me when I'm spreading myself out so thin, so I can't even, like, portray myself at my best. So then I start to notice that people notice that I'm not totally myself when I'm around, and I'm not present because I'm trying to think of all the other things that I have to do after this and that, and you know. So yeah, I'm kind of just thinking that I kind of just wanted to get all that off my mind, really. Yeah, man, that's really it. I feel like I have so many things. There's these set things that I have to worry about, which I have a big family, so I have to worry about each member of my family, and I try and stay in touch with as many of them as I can. And then I feel like I need to branch out as a human being and make more friends, but whenever I make friends, it's like I never have time, you know? I never have time for extra things, like my pie chart of time. I have I care about my sleep. I want to get 8 hours of sleep, although I never get it. So that's part of the pie chart, right? And then calling and texting my mom, dad, sister, grandma, and also worry about when I'm down at home, worrying about my mom, sister, grandma, along with my dad, along with my stepmom and my stepsisters, along with right now my aunt and my dad's really good friend and family friend is down from Canada, and like I'm also trying to balance work and sleep, and it's just a lot. And then my friend found out because he called me and just wanted well, he actually did call me. Actually, I was streaming, Twitch link in the description. I was streaming and he popped in, and I just happened to be like, yo, I'm gonna be down at home. And he was like, yo, you should come and say hi. And I was like, yeah, of course. But then I wasn't able to. I just didn't have enough time for him. And I feel so bad because I feel like I always never have time for friends, bro. I'm driving on the road right now, and I'm thinking to myself how I literally went from driving from Miami to back home. I have 2-hour drive, and usually I would think I always think to myself, I need to call my friends and I need to call the family members that I haven't been able to, but I don't have service for 2 hours. This drive is literally 2 hours of no service. So in turn, I'm ranting to a fucking camera, and hopefully one day I'll look back at this and figure it out. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just a lot of things, and I do not have enough time. And then, bro, I know it's so selfish, but I just want time for me on top of that. Because that time for me is the time where I get to think, and I get to calm down and relax and get things straight in my own head, because I get lost in the sauce so quickly, bro. I really do. So, you know, there's that. I feel like I also, and I'm a dumbass for it, you know, my past self was stupid, but like I feel like I need caffeine right now, or I always what's the word? I always have the craving for caffeine. I always have the craving for nicotine. I always have the craving for THC. I always have the craving of smoking and all that stuff, and I'm trying to alter how I feel as well, and it's like I always try and make time for things, and like I usually, like especially with smoking weed, like I'll like try and find time to smoke weed, but then forget that I have to like drive in the next half hour, and like it's just like there's so much going on, and I start forgetting things too, bro, because there's just so much crammed in my goddamn head. I know that the answer in the grand scheme of things is fucking shut up and lock in, you know? Like, I get it. I understand that that's just what it is, and eventually I'm going to get more used to this stressful load. It's going to be less stressful over time because I'm going to know how to deal with it. But right now, it's fucking stressful, bro. I'm quite a stressed camper at the moment. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. In the grand scheme of things, it's not all that serious. But you know, life is going. I'm hoping things work out. Like literally a couple days ago, I uploaded Paddy Talk. I think it was episode 12. I think this is episode 13. I'm not sure, but last episode, I was like super happy with how life was going, and it's so crazy how quickly shit can just fall right on its head. And it's like, it's not like my life is looking down, you know? I'm just stressed, and I'm not used to it. I'm learning. Every day of my life is a learning lesson, dude. And these are the times where you're growing, right? You know? So hopefully, I know I'll come out on top. Not hopefully, I know I will. I know I'll come out on top. I'm not going to crumble under the pressure. I'm glad I hit record. I'm glad I started talking out loud, because I get so worked up in my own head when I'm just sitting silently, you know. I feel like I really need to just talk, you know. So yeah, if you made it this far, y'all, I appreciate it. You guys are the goats. If you stayed this far and you're still listening, please comment peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you comment peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you are the goat. All right. All right, boys and girls. I hope y'all have a good one. I hope if you guys are dealing with, or you're stressing out about time management and worrying about other people, I hope you know that you are important as well, and you should put yourself first sometimes. That's something that I really struggle with, but that's the lesson for today's video. Don't stress yourself out too much, because you know you're giving out time for other people and trying to satisfy everybody else, and eventually you forget how to satisfy yourself, you know. And then your mood, my mood, is like completely dictated on how other people treat me, you know, and that's not healthy. You know, I should be happy with myself because of the things that I'm doing. I shouldn't be happy or sad depending on other people's immediate opinions of me, because nobody knows the full context, you know. And I gotta really remember that. I gotta keep that in mind. I always forget, you know. It's so easy to forget when you get stressed out and time starts to feel very thin, you know. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna quit rambling. I hope y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching this far. If you did, comment peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Leave your comments down. I read all of them. If you have a story, let me know. All right. Peace out.